Hey YouTube, Joseph Vollmer here, and today I have a 0666 Duramax in here. It's not running. We towed it in yesterday, won't start, and this is a fairly common problem on these trucks. The issue we're running into, we're going to replace the fuel filter housing on it because it's got a leak, which I'll show you here in just a second. But the way these systems are set up on these trucks is there is no lift pump. The pump on the engine actually pulls fuel from the tank through the fuel filter housing to the pump, and if there's an air leak anywhere, these trucks will not run. So they put a primer. I'm going to right down here, so I get a little more light down here for you. This is the primer. Now, right here on the back side of the primer, which is not showing up real well here. Here again, try to get you a little more light back there. Okay. Right back there on the back side of that primer is the air bleed screw. Now, that primer is really easy to push right now. And if I keep pumping it, you can see there's fuel leaking out of that air and fuel leaking out of that air bleed screw. That's probably got a crack in it, a bad gasket. You can see all the fuel all over the top of the fuel filter housing here. So we're going to go ahead and replace this, replace the housing. I do have over here brand new housing from AC Delco. It comes with the fuel filter, all the sensors. All you have to do, put it in, hook up the lines. You've got your in coming into the housing on this side, your outgoing line over there. You just hook it up, prime it, and you're ready to go. So I'm going to get the camera set up, and I'm going to take you through replacing this fuel filter housing real quick, getting this going. While I get the camera set up, do me a favor, reach down there, click the subscribe button. Check out the links in the description, and if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. Don't forget to rate the video. Be right back. We'll dive right into this, guys. First thing, easiest way to do this is to remove this air intake tube. The clamp that's off screen right here is already loose. There's another one off screen this way. It's just a 5/16 or an 8mm. Pull them loose, and then you can pop that air intake tube right out of the way. Simple enough. Now we can see the whole top of the fuel filter housing. Let's get our hose clamps backed off. You can just do this with a pair of pliers. It normally works just fine. I'm just going to move them up there. Take another small pair of pliers. If you can get a hold of the line, a lot of times you can just, sometimes it works. We'll just rotate the line a little bit. There we go. That'll break it loose. You don't want to clamp down too hard and break the line, but just enough to loosen it up. Now, with any luck, we should be able to slide these off. Goodness gracious. Yeah, sometimes that's easier said than done. Okay, there it goes. Sometimes take a wrench, like I just did there, slide down from the top, push on that line. You can actually push it off. I don't know if you'll be able to see it any better on this one. I don't know if I can do this without getting my hands in the way, because these lines are like a pair of Chinese handcuffs. There we go. I'll pick the hose clamp up here in a second. Alright, got those off, and then over here, as you can see, I'm wiggling the wire, and right down, dang it, right down there is one of our two plug-ins. The other one for the water and fuel sensor on this filter is already broken off, so thankfully it comes with a new one. So we're just gonna unplug that one, and then get there we go. Get that unplugged. Alright. Alright. So I forgot, this technically is an Isuzu engine. And the Japanese tend to like to use 12 mil. That is a 12 millimeter bolt. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright. That's all there is to it. Take the old housing out, go drain it somewhere where it's not dripping. I'll be right back. We've got the new housing. I'm going to drop it into position here. Get our bolts started. We'll go ahead and get our plug in just around here and plug back in, because they do, oh my god, they both need to run behind the filter. And don't worry if you can't see this, guys. They only plug in one way. Slide them together till you hear the snap. Alright, we'll take it over the top here in just a second. Alright, now we need to get our fuel lines on. We'll take our cap off. We'll slide our clamp up over the line. I know you guys have, my hands are in the way. Slide that all the way up until it's up against that rib. Same thing over here. Clamp on. There you go. And then get it started. We'll slide that all the way up. Now we've got both our clamps on. I'm going to take this over here. I'm going to loop that over the top and plug it in. Nice little click. Okay, now once we've got both lines connected, we got to get it primed. And you just start pumping away. And you'll feel it start to stiffen up as you're pulling fuel into the filter. Don't worry, you got a little ways to go here. Let me grab a screwdriver. Take the screwdriver, and we're going to back the air bleed out. Hear the air coming out? Now, we're just going to keep pumping until we get good clean fuel out of that air bleed. Okay. Now, getting fuel, that means that's on the outgoing line. That means the filters should be fairly full. I'm going to tighten that back down, just snug. You don't have to go very tight with it. And I'm going to pump it up until the primer gets really hard again, like that. I'll break it loose. Yep, that's clean. There's no air in that. I don't see any little bubbles coming out. Okay, I cannot pump that anymore. We'll get some brake cleaner. We'll clean that off real quick. That should fire up. Okay, got all that cleaned off. So now that's all clean. We'll put our air intake tube back on. Alright guys, do me a favor. I'm going to get my mess up cleaned up. Any questions you have, please drop them down in the comment section. Don't forget to rate the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, get out there and get your hands dirty. You might have a little fun doing it. We'll catch you on the next one.